Hello, my name is Mike Johnson. I'm taking you on an inside and outside video tour of these two Honda Clarity plug-in hybrid vehicles. I'm going to make you an expert on the Honda Clarity. Now, have you ever seen a Honda Accord? Clarity is like the Accord, only a little nicer and better gas mileage. On 2014, they built 1,000 Honda Accords with the plug-in hybrid technology to test it out in a couple years in advance before the Clarity came out. And instead of having the Honda Accord plug-in hybrid continue, they came out with its own model, the Clarity. So the black one is a regular Clarity, which is top of the line with everything on it, and the burgundy one is a touring version, which is still top of the line with everything on it and a few more things. And I'm going to explain the difference between the two in this video. This is of these two specific Honda Clarities. This was filmed March 2000, well actually April 2022. So we're going to go through here. Let's start with the black one and give you the basics. Now, Honda Clarity comes with navigation. The last 3 digits of the VIN number on this one are 795. This one has 125,000 miles on it. It's in excellent condition. It's got great tires. We're going to show you the tires. We're going to show you inside. We're going to show you outside. You can fast forward. This one has tinted windows. This one was originally registered in California, and it already has the purple colored carpool sticker. The burgundy ones never had carpool stickers before, so you can get the full 3 to 4 year term by getting brand new carpool stickers from DMV for $22. If it's never had the stickers before, you can get the full term, and otherwise you can continue to use them. There are different sticker colors with different expiration dates. I'm going to show you a graphic of that here. And then as the carpool sticker program, they keep changing the rules on us, but generally if you have carpool stickers, you can pretty much drive in the carpool lane. Now, both of these cars have the smart radar adaptive cruise control system. Both cars, all Honda Clarities, come with the smart cruise control, which is a really cool feature. It has a front mounted radar unit under the Honda logo, and up on the windshield you have a front facing camera, and it uses the technology to watch through the camera and through the radar to get accurate distance measurements of vehicles and obstacles in front of you. So it actually has pedestrian collision avoidance. You can set the cruise control and drive the car from California to Arizona, or from California to Las Vegas, or anywhere from anywhere. Set the cruise control and you don't have to touch the gas or the brake. The smart cruise control will automatically slow the car down and apply the brakes and bring the car to a full stop as needed when you're on the cruise control, or accelerate up to the speed that you set, that you desire to go on the cruise control. Now, this burgundy one came to us from a Kia dealer. We bought it from a Kia dealership located in Florida, and we shipped it to California. It may have been from California before. We have to consult the Carfax for that, but maybe not. Assuming not, then I'll show you a Carfax here with the previous history of the vehicle. If it's never had carpool stickers before, it's as simple as paying the $22 fee for the DMV to issue you brand new carpool stickers. In the case of this one, you already have carpool stickers on the car. Now, as we get real close, we're going to go around and show you the body work. It's got clean lines on these Honda Clarities. They're not all dented or scratched up. Again, this one with 125,000 miles in mint condition. Take you on a body tour of both cars, because both cars are available as of April 2022. To save you some time from watching 2 different videos, and save me a little bit of time of filming and explaining twice everything. Very clean body. We'll show the tires and stuff later. We'll show the engine later. So while I already showed you the last 3 digits of the VIN for the other car, I'm going to show you the last 3 digits of the VIN number for this car is 121. They're both 2018s. This is the regular one. It has the smart cruise control with the radar sensor here and the front camera. Here's a graphic to show you what the car sees when it's using math and measurement to operate your cruise control so you don't crash into things. It could give you lower insurance rates. Now this is Clarity regular. Has power mirrors, power windows. It has navigation with Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. So if you plug in your iPhone or your Android operating system phone, your navigation from your phone appears on the navigation screen. That's included. It has cloth interior. This one is black on black. The Honda Clarity is a 5-passenger vehicle. To do a little comparison, Toyota makes a Prius Prime plug-in, which is a little bit competitive, but the Prius only has 4 seats, so there's only 2 seats in the rear. But the Honda has a bigger car, gives you a 5th seat in the middle. So a Honda Clarity you could use if you wanted to drive for Uber at some point or Lyft. The Toyota Prius Prime you cannot, because you only get 4 seats with a Prius Prime. So they don't qualify. Honda does, Toyota doesn't, when you're talking about the plug-in hybrids. Prius Prime only has four seats. So really cool LED lights all around the car. It's a very nice car. It has navigation through Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. This one has the little control buttons for your smart cruise control right here on the steering wheel. Has paddle shifters, drink holders, center console. The rear seats do fold flat. The Honda Clarity is not a hatchback. That's one advantage the Prius has a little bit, is it is a hatchback. So if you need to haul furniture, you can haul a little bit bigger items in a Prius. But there are little levers. You release this and the seats fold flat. Now we have the floor mats for this car. We have charging cord for the car. It has a charging cord storage location. Has the original California license plates with the car. This is a nice car too. This came to us from another dealer. Neither of these cars came from auto auction. They were from other dealer trades. We made deals to get these cars. Unfortunately, because these cars are so fuel efficient, they're not cheap. So they're plug-in hybrids. What the heck does that mean? I'm going to explain. So on the rear of the cars in this location, you have a gas door to put gasoline in the car and fill it up like your old 65 Ford Mustang or Chevy Camaro. It runs on regular gasoline. But up in the front, you have a button in the dash. You push this button, you plug it in the included charging cord, and it'll charge up in 4 to 6 hours to full charge. The next time you drive it, it'll go up to 42 miles on electric power only. So I need to whip out my little phone calculator to explain how this works. So as I walk towards the shade and whip out my little calculator, clear 42 miles per charge. 42 times 365 days in a year, 15,000 miles a year you can drive with no gas usage. So theoretically, if you own a Honda Clarity and you drive less than 15,000 miles a year, you might not go to the gas station for months at a time. Long electric driving range, just like a Tesla that runs purely on electric, has a long driving range. That 42 miles of driving means not too often will you be going to the gas pump if you charge it up at the end of your day. You could charge it twice a day or more than that if you have the chance, like at home and at work, and then you could literally double your gas mileage from 15,000 miles a year to perhaps 30,000 miles a year. But realistically, most people can only charge it once a day. If you live in an apartment and they won't let you plug it in, it still runs on gasoline and it's a hybrid. but you're gonna not be able to take full advantage of the benefits. So think of this: you start your day, electric power, the first 42 miles you drive during your day, you're not using any gas at all for the most part. That's the difference. After that, you're using gasoline. So if you need to jump in and drive to Arizona or drive to Las Vegas, you don't have to pull over and charge it up. You just keep putting gas in it until you get home. It has the extended range on gasoline capability. I drove a similar Clarity to these. I drove with my boy, and we drove it to Tucson and back from Southern California. That's about a 1,000-mile trip, and it did great. We took full advantage of the smart cruise control on the freeways. It worked really well. So you get a lot of perks buying one of these cars. Government benefits up to $9,500 is available to you through the Replace Your Ride program if you qualify. Go to replaceyourride.com, see if you could qualify for the $9,500. Now let's talk about the difference. Regular, touring. So the touring gets a few different extra features, starting with power seat on the driver's side, leather seating surfaces, programmable memory settings. So you got button 1, button 2, so the seat and mirrors automatically adjust for the most part. Now this car has 113,000 miles, clean upholstery, no damage to point out here. The seats look fantastic. They look really nice. Another advantage of these plug-in hybrids, if you think of your normal car, let's say you drive 100,000 miles on a normal car, like say for example a SUV like a Chevy Tahoe, Ford Expedition type vehicle. As you're driving that 100,000 miles, the engine's running the whole time. When you're stopped at traffic lights, you're idling the engine, waiting at the drive-through. Plug-in hybrid is different. The engines are off. We're running purely on electric power with no engine operation at all until you use up all your electric charge. Then the engines will run some, but about 75% to 90% of the time on a plug-in hybrid like these Clarities, the engine is off. 90%. So if you're running 100,000 miles on a plug-in hybrid like a Honda Clarity and you plugged it in every day, the engine could only have the equivalent of 10,000 miles on it. Very little use. It's hard to believe, but it's true. If you think about it, 15,000 miles in a year you can drive plugging it in once a day. A lot of people only drive 12,000 miles a year. Some people drive more. The people that drive more, they make sense to pay the extra money to save the gas, but that's how it works. The first 42 miles, zero gas or near zero gas. After that, it's electric. So if you know your driving day, you're running around all day, and most days you don't drive over 42 miles, you can go months before you have to put gas in it. But if you want to take that weekend trip up to the national park somewhere, you can do it. You don't have to worry about plugging it in the national park. So we're going on a little test drive of this Honda Clarity 2018. This is the touring one, but the regular and the touring drive exactly the same. They come with the same wheel and tire suspension package. Now Honda Clarity drives like, the best way to explain it, it takes corners like a Corvette, but it drives smooth like a Cadillac. It's got the super smooth, soft ride. It's not jarring or bouncy. It's got some high quality aluminum suspension components that really help, and some sophisticated 4-point suspension system. Now we have the navigation. I don't know if you see any flickering on the screen on the camera because of the refresh rate, but we're showing the Apple CarPlay navigation. I have an app here. Hey Siri, get directions to Disneyland.
One possibility is Disneyland Park on South Disneyland Drive in Anaheim. Let me know if you want to hear the whole list. Starting route to Disneyland Park.
It's that easy to enter a destination
In a quarter
using
mile, turn
Apple
right onto
CarPlay.
Galena
You
Street.
can enter home, you can tell Siri an address, or of course if you have Google, you can use the Google Assistant.
At the next stop sign, turn right.
So Honda Clarity, when you activate the turn signal, you have a mirror in the side view camera that shows a side view mirror view right here on the navigation screen.
At the stop sign,
Just in
turn
case a
right onto
bicycle
Galena Street.
or some other person is trying to sneak in.
In a
Fast
quarter mile,
acceleration,
turn left onto Rue Tile Street.
great gas mileage. It's a very quick accelerating. I think the Clarity is actually faster than the Toyota Prius, significantly faster. But it has a small 1.5 engine and a
Turn
powerful
left onto Rue Tile Street.
electric motor.
Then turn
See?
left onto Van Buren
Navigation
Boulevard.
is giving us turn-by-turn directions thanks to Siri. Of course, you can cancel that, or you can instead play your music. Now, because of copyright regulations, I can only stream talk radio.
Turn right onto Woodbridge Lane. Then turn right onto Valley Forge Drive.
There's road construction everywhere. But with the Apple CarPlay maps,
Turn
you
right
have the
onto Valley
latest
Forge Drive.
navigation maps data. You don't have to worry about updating because your phone is always up to date. Now, because this is the Touring, it also, if I unplug my iPhone, I can go to home, and then I have dedicated navigation. Even if you don't have an iPhone or a Google phone, of course, if your battery's dead, you can recharge the battery while it's playing, because the USB port connects right here. So you shouldn't have a dead battery problem on your phone when you're using it to navigate, because it navigates through charging. But we have a dedicated navigation on the Touring model, even if you're not connecting your smartphone. But you will have to update the maps periodically from the Honda sourced navigation system. Now, that may or may not cost you anything through Honda. They may have online updates. Some of the manufacturers are offering free map updates. I'm not sure if Honda is or not, but you don't need to worry about it when your phone is connected, because you'll always be up to date. Concluding talking about the test drive here. Now, right now we're driving around. The engine is off. The engine is not running at all. We're just driving around like an electric car. We have a 1.5 liter engine on board ready to propel us as needed, but it's pretty much along for the ride until you run out of charge. And you have a charge indicator on the right, actually on the left, and then the fuel gauge on the right. You must always keep fuel in the vehicle. So fuel is required, like gasoline. Electric charging is optional, but you really need to charge it if you want to gain the benefit of having a Clarity. I mean, there's no point in buying a Clarity unless you're able to plug it in, because that 15,000 miles a year of not buying gas is a really big advantage. If you live in an apartment complex and you have to tough it out for a while, maybe you can charge it at work instead of at home, and your boss will pay for the electricity, saving you thousands of dollars in fuel every year. So those are options. But anyways, I'm going to conclude my test drive by popping it into reverse really quick. We have a push button shifter. We push down for reverse, and then we have our backup camera with moving guidelines. So as I turn the steering wheel, our guidelines move. It's a pretty intuitive design. And there's 3 backup camera view. There's super duper wide view, which has a panorama 180 field of view, so you can see approaching cross traffic. or a close-up view, like if you're getting really close to an object, or normal view. This one has automatic dimming rear view mirror, home link programmable garage door opener. It has Apple CarPlay navigation, Android Auto navigation, but it also has genuine Honda navigation. So if we go to home, there's an actual navigation tab. So you don't have to plug your smartphone in. However, some people like having their own navigation on here. The disadvantage is that you'll have to update the maps yourself. If you're using the Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, then as long as your cell phone is up to date, your navigation map is up to date, you'll have the latest roads. On all of these Honda Clarities, both models, when you turn this turn signal to the right, you have a side view camera. Both have it. It's not unique. You have little speakers up here, you have side airbags on both cars. Let's go look at the other one, see if it has some of these same features. This one has a leather wrapped steering wheel. So now we're going to go over to the other Clarity and compare the difference. Think how much time you're saving by watching this video versus trying to figure all this out yourself. So on this one is not leather wrapped. You still have the extra speakers. We still support navigation. I'm going to show you a picture here of the Apple CarPlay navigation in operation. You still get the HomeLink programmable garage door opener. You still get the electrochromatic auto dimming rear view mirror. What you don't get with the regular, you don't get the memory settings, you don't get the power driver seat, you don't get the leather interior, although we can put leather for an extra charge. It's like $1,500. It's not too expensive, but it's not cheap either. Remember, the black one has 125,000 miles on the odometer, so a little bit more mileage. Both cars are running great. I'll take you on a short little test drive of both cars. If you want to keep watching the video, I recommend it. There are other government programs besides the 9,500. You got 9,500 Replace Your Ride program. The way that works, if you're approved under the Replace Your Ride program, the first $9,500 of buying the car is paid for by the government. You turn in your old trade-in vehicle and they destroy it. Like, say your old trade-in is a 1977 Ford F-150 missing a fender, and it's got 700,000 miles and running on 6 cylinders, but it has a V8 in it. Though that old gas guzzler, they'll destroy it. They'll take it to pick apart and crush it, and they'll still pay you $9,500 for getting it off the road. Whatever it is, maybe you drive a Ford Escort or a Honda Civic that's got 600,000 miles on it that you got when you were in high school and now you're ready to retire. Whatever it is, these old beater cars, the Replace Your Ride program gets them off the road, and it gives you cash for destroying them in exchange for buying a modern plug-in vehicle. So again, to check that out, replaceyourride.com, or the California HOV carpool sticker program is available. However, there are additional government programs to pay additional cash towards the purchase of these vehicles that are available. I'm going to take a close look at the tires and the engines. Start with the black one. Got a good view of your tire treads and underpinnings. There's a lot of plastic body panels for aerodynamics. All aluminum high-tech suspension system. Look at that tire tread, nice thick tire treads. Aluminum suspension components to make your Corvette style handling and Cadillac ride. 18-inch wheels with low profile tires support your great handling and smooth ride. The bigger the tire over the bumps, the softer it is with the right suspension. No rust or corrosion under here. Going under again, this car has great tires and wheels as well. The same suspension and spring package, touring or regular, there's no difference. They ride exactly the same, even touring or regular. No corrosion or rust to point out. 4-wheel disc brakes, nice and clean under the hood. Plastic body panels, not been bottomed out or anything on curbs or taking off jumps. It looks good underneath. No damage visible. Taking a look under the hood of the red burgundy colored Honda Clarity Touring. Nice and clean. No evidence that this was in a snow territory. It's real clean, bright and shiny under the hood. Not any rust or corrosion. Now going to the black one, Honda Clarity 2018. Both very similar. No rust or corrosion, bright and shiny under the hood. The noise is just the air conditioner was running. The engine has been off all this time while we're filming this video because it's running on the electric plugged-in power. It hasn't driven the first 42 miles yet. So my name is Mike Johnson. I want to thank you for watching the video about these two Honda Clarity vehicles or similar vehicles. I'm also using this similar video for similar vehicles, but go to my website. My website is mybestcar.com. Check if the vehicle is still available. If you are buying one of my cars, the check is going to pay to the owner of a buyer's choice. My name is Mike Johnson. If you have questions about what vehicles are available, go to my website, see if they're available. If you still have questions, give me a call. Make an appointment to see it. I do require appointments to see in person. You can call it 951-681-2101. Thank you for watching.